Good day and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Sport Rap. This is Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, your host for today. And now for your latest on the hit list. The City of Windhoek has requested a budget of 800,000 to develop adequate seating for spectators at 5 popular sports fields in Windhoek's informal settlements. City spokesperson Harold Akwenye confirmed this to Namibian Sun when asked about the city's plans for the Samora Machel football field in Katutura, a popular community sports hub. For years, the informal soccer pitch has attracted scores of spectators every weekend, with Hakahana residents and those from surrounding areas playing football on the dusty patch of land without adequate ablution facilities or seating. Akwenye said the 800,000 includes funding for the construction of areas where spectators can sit at the Samora Machel field, adding that the safety of spectators is a concern. He added, however, that the pitch is used by residents as a transit area, so putting up fence will not be practical. The Samora Machel football field is situated at the Hakahana Freeway in Katutura and is a hub of activity almost every weekend, with informal football leagues and tournaments taking place there. The matches are well attended. However, the field's current condition, spectators are forced to sit on the ground or road railings. I can tell you that the Samora field, where Boma Kanjabanga has been a popular, has hosted several tournaments, including the PST Bet, that is Samora Machel League, which Boma Kanjabanga administrates. It is indeed a hub for players, and you can see that there is always talent at that field. Some of the players that are applying their trade elsewhere have come out of the Samora Machel soccer field, and of course many of these guys coming from the dusty locations just to fulfill their dreams in a place they can call home. It is indeed a place where they just take off everything in their stress and releases their stress. They just go there for the extramural activities and to enjoy what they love the most. We hope that the City of Windhoek can look into this. Siblings Mila and Miko Spotter are slowly but surely establishing themselves in the Namibian National Karting Championship with solid performances. The duo once again participated in the Kid Rock and Babino Classic in the 4th round of the championship at the Tony Russ track in Windhoek earlier this month. Although the participants are still very young, they race with the same passion and dedication as the most seasoned speedsters in circuit racing. In Mila's category for children aged 7 to 12, she won the overall 2nd place for the day against extremely tough competition. After the qualifying rounds, she started in 4th place with Christopher Kodelka in 1st position. Her time was more than a second slower in the first race than that of the winner. But after minor adjustments to her card, she won the 2nd race and finished only 0.3 of a second slower than the winner of the first race, with Herman Shaw in the 2nd position. With a 3rd and final race over 8 laps, Mila achieved a 4th place to finish 2nd overall in her class for the day. We can say that go-karting has also been growing of age, and you know that motor racing in this country is also improving and taking center stage, as they are hoping to one day produce a Michael Schumacher for Namibia. I mean, we need to have competitors participating at the highest level and in global tournaments. And for the 8 and 6-year-old, the dream seems likely if they continue to race at that speed and caliber. The senior Namibia wrestling team arrived back in the country yesterday after taking part in the African Championships in Hamed, Tunisia. The wrestlers proudly returned with a record of 9 medals, 1 gold, 2 silvers and 6 bronzes. From left Luis Farcelto Paz, Darian Motone, Alexandra Heininger, Calvin Kelly Dreyer, Esther Abraham, Virnau Clive Ngwashiti, Lazarus Heimbody, and Lafres Uys. Calvin Kelly Dreyer won a gold and bronze medal on his debut at the African Championship, and Esther Abraham becomes the first female to win a medal at the championship as well. Stay tuned for some of the interviews.
Okay, Calvin Dreyer, sê gou vir ons nie, goue medal vir jouself gekry in jou eerste championship. Hoe was dit?
It was baie lekker. Ek het die toernooi geniet. It was a very good experience for myself and also for my other wrestlers.
Okay, let's talk about the team. How do you feel about your team's performance at the championships?
My team performance was very great because we got in total we got
9 medals.
9 medals and 1 gold and 2 bronze, and I had 2 silvers and 6 bronze.
Yeah, it's the first time you guys get like a lot of medals like that. Yes. And how do you feel to be a part of that team that got so many medals?
For me, it's a great honor on my side, and also I also for my other wrestlers, I also want to say thank you to all our sponsors like Sport Commission, Gender Equality, all those, and yeah.
Okay, now tell me, preparations, how was it getting ready for the tournament? Hoe het jy seker gemaak jy's gereed vir die tournament?
Ek het baie geoefen. I put my heart in it. I gave all my best.
Quickly run us through it in a nutshell. How was the African Championships for you?
The African Championship was good. It was tough. It was very exciting. I got the chance to experience how to wrestle with ladies, which they were really tough. They gave me a tough time, but I had to work through it because I was training Monday to Sundays, and I had to work hard. I came with a game plan. I had to finish my game plan and make sure that I came back with a medal to make my fellow Namibians proud. Okay,
well, in the history of Namibia, you are the first woman to win a medal at the African Championship. What does that mean for you personally?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I never dreamt of it to be the first woman in the African Championship to come with a silver medalist. I had to thank my coach, the after-school center, country club, and SPAR for supporting us even though we came from home hungry. They made sure that we had something to eat. I had to thank Miss Maggie Katima that was always there for me. Whenever I need something, she was always there for me. I had to work hard just to thank them, because this medal is just not for me, it's for my Namibians, the people that supported me, mostly my mother, my father, everyone, my family, my teammates, and for the people that believed in me. I made them proud.
Okay, all in all, how was the competition for you and how did you enjoy the championship?
The competition was really tough.
Yeah.
I didn't experience it because mostly I traveled to South Africa, which is easier for me. I thought it was gonna be easy, but for my first match with Tunisia, it wasn't easy. My heart started beating, and I took a deep breath and I went for the fight, which I won 10-1. It was really good. It was tough, especially Egypt that gave me a tough time. But eventually, next year, I'm coming for Egypt to go for the gold medal.
Okay, thank you very much.
The future for Namibian wrestling indeed looks bright, as you can see the young faces there ready to conquer the world. All they can hope for is to reach bigger competitions, especially the World Championship, and bring more medals to Namibia. The Wrestling Association in the country is also proud to have produced some of these young athletes, following in the footsteps of the likes of Romeo Collier and more. So we look forward to the future in terms of that. We will now go for a short break, and after that we bring you the spotlight. Well, rugby in Namibia has been a game that has progressed very well, with the team reaching to multiple World Cups, but they are still yearning for that first victory. They have a good development system, and some clubs, of course, producing top stars. But speaking of top stars and speaking of legends, on the spotlight is legend Yuri Boysen, who speaks on SA Legends coaching clinic that's taking place at the Wanderers Stadium on Friday. Here is what he had to say. Enjoy.
Yuri, we are all excited for the SA Rugby clinic that's happening here at Wanderers. Can you please just tell us more about what it's all about?
I've sent out invites to Namibian schools, age groups between 6 to 13 to attend. The main focus on this is for the development of sevens rugby. And I've decided to take this upon age groups starting from 6 to 13 to introduce the sport to them at a younger age. Then, in order to do that, I've approached South Africa, SA Legends, to assist, and they've provided me with 3 world-class individuals. John Smith, Warren Brosnian and Skalk Brits will be attending the coaching clinic and provide assistance and also knowledge and I think proper ethics with regards to sport in general. So they'll be assisting with the coaching clinic, and there'll be a function in the evening for corporates to attend. And I think on that function, the main focus would be the Rugby World Cup, which is starting this year, and Namibia participating as well. And chat a bit about rugby in general, and also where we are as Namibian sportsmen and rugby players, and what's in it for us for the future, and what do they see as professionals, what is this stumbling blocks, and the focus is what they see going forward. So I think great to have them here, have them come here to Namibia, and also South Africa has always been our assisting, let's call it father in sport, where they always come and provide input on how they see things should take place and assist with guidance.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the big reasons I approached SA Legends, in order to have them come here and provide input.
Okay, well, the guys that are coming out here are huge profile players that we know participated in World Cups, won World Cups. How important is it, do you think, for the development of rugby here to have them come share the knowledge with our teens and with our young stars?
Oh, it's obviously, it's fantastic, you know. You can see those profile players you'll see on TV, and you'll read about them in the newspapers and listen to them on radio. But this will be for the kids. It will be a life-changing experience meeting those guys in person, getting autographs, and then having them assist while you're participating in a coaching clinic. You know, having to listen about the input, what they can provide. I think that's life-changing. Totally.
And for the spectators that just want to come out and come enjoy the beautiful day, can you just tell them when to be and what time?
Yeah, the clinic will start at 10 o'clock on Friday, the 26th, and we'll run it until about 1. So tight schedule. We're trying to keep it as close to the time frame as possible. Yeah, parents and people from Namibia who haven't met these people yet, I mean, they're more than welcome to come and attend. Unfortunately, we've capped the coaching clinic. We are at full participation, and we still think there might be a couple of kids which we will not be able to turn away when they're here. So yeah, I think for the public to attend, they're more than welcome. And yeah, to meet these people in person, I think that's a great honor. We don't see these people often, so
yeah,
it'll be a good thing for Namibia.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Boysen, I hope you enjoy your stay here in Namibia. Let us now visit the marketplace again before we bring you Le Rugby Joel. Our profile this week is on Rohan Kitchoff. He's a Namibian professional rugby union player currently playing with Western Province Premier League club side Durbanville, Belleville. His regular position is a flanker. He played youth rugby for Boland Cavaliers before joining Western Province. He left them without making a first-class appearance. However, and joined Griquas in 2007, where he became a regular. In 2011, he returned to Western Province to play Vodacom Cup rugby for them, as well as making 5 Kerry Cup appearances. He was the joint top try scorer in the 2012 Vodacom Cup, scoring 7 tries. He joined French top 14 team Bordeaux for the 2012-13 top 14 season, but returned to South Africa to play for Western Province once again. A few weeks later, he was also included in the Stormers team against the Reds during the 2013 Super Rugby season. In 2015, he joined Western Province club side Durbanville, Belleville, and was a member of the squad that won the 2015 Saru Community Cup competition, scoring 4 tries in 6 appearances in the competition. He has been one of Namibia's top performers, also representing the country at the highest level for a number of years. Kitchoff has always produced remarkable and memorable performances for his team and has always stood beside his players, regarded as one of the best rugby Namibian players that has ever graced the field, and he has always stood, like we say, for his team members and for the national team, playing a couple of matches for them as well, including gracing the Hage Stadium with his presence and heartwarming tackles as a player. Kitchoff will always be one of Namibia's greatest and will always be remembered in the history books. Let us now go again for a break before we go for globetrotting.
It takes heart and all the soul. A head stuck in the game. It takes every bone in your body, all the blood in your veins. And then more blood, and more sweat, more tears, all your hopes and your dreams. It takes conquering fears. It's late nights and weekends, 6 to 6s, 9 to 5s. It takes sacrifice and suffering every moment of our lives. It takes kick after kick, being kicked when you're down. It takes fighting for hours, for inches of ground. It takes every last line out, every last second spent. It takes absolute devotion. It takes 100%.
May, choose brand new. Choose drama and deceit.
I'm very attracted to you. Oh. Would you be interested in having an affair?
Choose fights and fallouts.
I won, and that was right.
I brought the heat. I mean, I'm gonna destroy you.
Choose truth and discovery.
I miss her every day. I see her every day.
Choose fresh shows, series, and original entertainment. This May, choose brand new. Choose DSTV.
Good day, everyone. Time for international sports news, and starting off with football news from the English Premier League. And it is Newcastle that confirmed that they will play Champions League football in the next season. That's when the top teams in Europe play against each other. And that was because they finished in the top 4 of the English Premier League. That is with 1 game to go still in the English Premier League. Newcastle played at home against Leicester City, and it was a 0-0 draw, but that 1 point from that result was good enough for them to finish in the top 4 of the English Premier League. Liverpool currently at number 5 cannot overtake them, and the top 4 confirmed now is champions Manchester City, then also Arsenal that will finish in 2nd position, and then also Newcastle and Manchester United. There's also a big battle for relegation, and it was Leicester City with that 0-0 draw against Newcastle that got a very important 1 point, and it's all to play for 3 teams. Just one of them will survive, that is this coming weekend. It's all home games for them. It is Leicester City that play at home against Aston Villa, Everton play at home against Bournemouth, and then Leeds at home against Tottenham Hotspur. At the moment it is Leicester City and Leeds with 31 league points, and Everton with 33 league points. All in the hands of Everton. If they beat Bournemouth, then it is Leeds and Leicester City that go down, but if Everton do lose, it's going to be about the results of the other 2 games. So that's all to play for this coming weekend in the final round of the English Premier League. Moving on to tennis news, moving on to the French Open now. It will be the 2nd major of the year. The first one was Australian Open. It's in France on this coming weekend. The French Open at Roland Garros will start. News from the tournament on the men's side is that Andy Murray of Great Britain also indicated, or he officially withdrew from the tournament, and it's not because of injury, but because he wants to focus on the grass courts of Wimbledon. He wants to prepare to be more competitive in London, in his home country, in the Wimbledon tournament. Obviously a tournament that he's won before, and is also 36 years old, and he's also focusing now rather on the grass and the hard courts tournament. Since 2017, he's only played 1 tournament at Roland Garros. He actually in 2016 had a great achievement. He played in the final of that year's tournament. He played against Novak Djokovic and then lost in the final. Also earlier announced was also that Rafael Nadal, a 14-time champion at Roland Garros, will also not play in this year's tournament starting on Sunday. That is because of a hip injury, and Nadal also indicated that he will most likely finish his professional tennis career in 2024. And closing off today's international sports news with rugby news, that's leading up to the United Rugby Championship final this coming weekend in Cape Town. And it is news from Cape Town is that there's a concern about the field, and that is because there's quite a few cold fronts coming in. The field has been under pressure. It's a soccer pitch, and it's been muddy and difficult to scrum on the last few games for the Stormers. They're going to relay that surface, and there's going to be a new surface that's going to be planted in July that's rugby specific. But news from Cape Town is there's a cold front on Thursday, and that will have lots of rain on the field. And then also for Saturday evening, just around the kickoff time, there's also a cold front expected in Cape Town. It might arrive a little bit after kickoff, but it's expected to be a cold and night evening in the final of United Rugby Championship. That's between the Stormers, the home team, and Munster from Ireland. Good news for Munster from Ireland is that they have 4 injured players that's available for the final. The 4 players didn't play in the semi-final against Leicester City. Those 4 are R.G. Snyman. He is a Springbok lock. He's playing for Munster. Then also Connor Murray, and also Malachi Fekitau and Kelvin Nash. On the Stormer side, there's 2 injuries, however. It is the utility back Sasha Feinberg and Komazula, and he's injured and he will probably miss the final because of a hand injury. And also Sirbala Senatla, the very fast wing for the Stormers. He also had a car accident a few weeks ago, and he's still recovering from that. That's international sports news for now. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk again tomorrow. Goodbye.
That brings us to the end of today's show. Do catch the Sport Wrap again tomorrow at the same time and place. From me, Jessica Jackson Kauraitha, it is goodbye.